Now live in studio with more is member of the House Small Business and Financial Services Committees, Pennsylvania Republican Congressman Dan Meuser. Good morning, Congressman.
Good morning, Mark.
It's been busy.
Yes, it's been a busy weekend. I know you got to listen to some of what Secretary Hegseth had to say. He spoke for about 45 minutes on Operation Epic Fury. Bottom line, why was this necessary and now?
Well, I'll tell you what. First of all, on the legality of it, you brought up, we're going to be voting on the War Powers Act. It's completely legal. It was utilized by many presidents in the past. It has been followed. The rules of the 1973 War Powers Act have been followed. And the reason for, and yet we have many Democrat leaders particularly want to bring this up for a vote. What kind of signal is that? Does that embolden Iran? I mean, it's clear. They could read the War Powers Act during the Clinton years, the Obama years, and the Biden years with no contesting. And now today, they're trying to overturn it. And the reason for now is a few reasons. First off, the protesters, right? Being mutilated, being murdered, killed, over 30,000 or so. President said, hey, help is on the way. And you know what? The president is about carrying out those promises. But you know what happened during the last negotiation? The United States offered the materials to continue their energy development for their nuclear power, for energy, not for a bomb. And you know what the Iranians said? No. So what kind of signal was that? Clearly, they want their enrichment of uranium for one purpose, not for energy, but for a bomb.
Yeah, sadly, I'm not surprised by the Democrat reaction. I mean, Republicans didn't act that way when Clinton or Obama or Biden bombed places. We didn't call for the War Powers Act. But I'm surprised by some Republicans, a few, who are saying this is not America first. What is your reaction to that?
Well, look, the Iranian Americans believe it is, right? The regional nations throughout the Middle East are all very happy with us, including Saudi Arabia, Bahrain, the UAE. And thanks to the president's strategic approach towards building trust in the region is the reason that they want this terrorist state of Iran. Iran for 47 years. We can't forget people. They've been murdering us, telling us how they're going to annihilate us, annihilate Israel as well. I mean, the sleeper cells that they have, the terrorism that they've engaged in. So there's a pretty good chance here we're going to eliminate forever this reign of terror and truly bring stability to the Middle East.
Yeah, and some may forget that all this is going on while we're still under a DHS shutdown as well, caused by the Democrats. How could that hurt us here at home? Because we know that the Department of Homeland Security was created to protect Americans in the wake of 9/11.
You know, Charlotte, I'd find it difficult to find any time that extreme liberalism and the actions taken for political purposes ever work out well. Like closing down DHS for absolutely no reason, didn't do anything to defunding ICE. Now we have our Coast Guard, we have our FEMA, we have TSA. It's the Homeland Security Department that they have shut down. We're going to vote this week to open it back up, and the Democrats need to get on board.
It only takes a few. Do you think that because of the war with Iran, the threat from sleeper cells that Joe Biden allowed into our country, we saw the potentially terrorist-related shooting in Austin, Texas, that this will be enough to get at least a few common-sense Democrats to come back on board and reopen the government?
Well, they certainly should, right? We have a state of Iran that has caused the reason for the October 7 Hamas massacre in Israel. That was run and funded by Iran. Everyone needs to come to understand that this is a serious national security issue. We need to back our military, especially now. You want to have discussions behind closed doors. Let's pass these bills. Let's fund it. Let's stop with the nonsense of the War Powers Act, which has existed, again, since 1973. And deal with this, extremely important initiative.
Yeah, the War Powers Act gives the president 60 days before he needs congressional approval. This has been 57 hours, according to General Kane.
Completely followed. 48-hour notice after the initial entry to Congress, and he's got between 60 and 90 days And the whole thing is really about funding. We're not going to provide any additional funding. I mean, the Department of War is using the funding that exists. So again, everything was done legally.
Yeah.
Sadly, we've got some politics taking place, and hopefully we get past that. And then you have, crazy people like the mayor here in New York City, basically showing support or at least giving the benefit of the doubt to Iran and terrorist groups rather than the United States of America.
It is concerning. Congressman Dan Meuser, great to have you with us on the couch this morning. Thank you for taking the time.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right, that will